Welcome to our channel History of Coins, where we explore the hidden gems of numismatics. In today's video, we're diving into the fascinating world of U.S. state quarter-dollar coins, as some of these coins are rare and can make you rich overnight. In this video, we are gonna uncover the rarest coins and their values. So make sure to watch the complete video and find out if you have one of these. Now let's continue our today's video. Top 1 today. We're diving into one of the most fascinating pieces of modern American coinage, the Connecticut State Quarter from 1999. At first glance, this coin might seem like just another pocket change quarter, but if you pay close attention, you'll realize that this coin holds secrets that have made collectors go absolutely crazy for it. So stay tuned, because you might just discover that something lying quietly in your coin jar could be worth a life-changing amount of money. The United States introduced the 50 State Quarters program in 1999, a bold project that honored each state with its own unique quarter design. Connecticut was one of the very first 5 states released that year. Imagine the excitement. People across the country started saving these coins, swapping them, and even building entire collections around them. The Connecticut quarter quickly became a favorite because of its breathtaking design, the famous charter oak tree. The charter oak is not just any tree. It's a living symbol of freedom and resistance. Legend says that in the 1600s, when British authorities tried to seize Connecticut's charter, it was hidden in the hollow of this mighty oak tree. By placing the charter oak on their state quarter, Connecticut told a story of strength, independence, and resilience, all packed into one small coin. Now here's where it gets really interesting for collectors. Millions of these quarters were minted in 1999. So finding an ordinary one in your pocket change won't make you rich. But, as with many coins, it's the rare variations and minting errors that change everything. Some Connecticut quarters were struck with off-center designs, some with doubled images, and others with unusual metal flaws. These tiny mistakes make them stand out as rare treasures among the sea of ordinary coins. Collectors are willing to pay incredible prices for these unique examples, especially if they've been preserved in near-perfect, uncirculated condition. Think about it. Most of these quarters went straight into circulation, jangling around in pockets, scratching in purses, and rubbing against other coins for decades. That means finding one in pristine condition today is no easy task. And if you add in a dramatic mint error on top of that, you're holding something truly extraordinary. Collectors love coins like this not only because of their rarity, but because they represent history frozen in time. Every error coin is unique. No two are exactly alike. It's like owning a one-of-a-kind masterpiece created not by an artist's brush, but by the minting press itself. That sense of uniqueness is what drives collectors to bid higher and higher, pushing values into unbelievable territory. And that brings us to the moment you've been waiting for. Believe it or not, a Connecticut State Quarter from 1999 with the right error and in pristine condition has been valued at an astonishing $83,000. Yes, you heard that right. $83,000 for a single quarter. Just imagine the possibilities. So the next time you find yourself holding a Connecticut State Quarter, don't dismiss it as spare change. Take a close look. You could be holding a hidden treasure. Top 2, we're setting our sights on one of the shining stars of the State Quarters program. The Massachusetts Quarter, released in the year 2000. At first glance, it might look like a simple 25-cent piece, something you'd toss into a parking meter or use to buy a gumball. But don't be fooled. This coin hides secrets that have turned it into one of the most talked about and sought-after quarters among serious collectors. Let's begin with the story behind the coin itself. The State Quarters program was a landmark moment in American coinage history, with each design telling a story about its state's heritage. For Massachusetts, the design chosen was nothing short of iconic. On one side of the coin, you'll see the state outline along with the legendary figure known as the Minuteman. This brave colonial soldier represents the courage and determination of the people who stood their ground at the very dawn of American independence. The image is taken from the famous Concord Minuteman statue, a symbol of resilience and sacrifice. With this design, Massachusetts cemented its legacy on the tiny canvas of a quarter. But what makes the Massachusetts quarter truly fascinating is not just its symbolism. It's the rarity and errors that drive collectors wild. Millions of these coins were minted and spread across the country. But in that sea of ordinary coins, a handful were struck with unusual mistakes. Imagine a coin with a double die strike, where the images and letters look like they've been stamped twice. Or a coin struck off-center, leaving parts of the design missing. There are even coins with planchet errors, meaning the very metal blank wasn't perfect before it was struck. For the everyday spender, these flaws might seem like imperfections. But for collectors, they transform a common coin into a unique, one-of-a-kind masterpiece. Each error coin tells its own story, and no two are exactly alike. That uniqueness is what pushes values into extraordinary territory. Another factor that adds to the value is condition. Most Massachusetts quarters from 2000 went straight into circulation, where they've been scraped, scratched, and worn down over decades. Finding one in perfect, uncirculated condition is already tough. But finding one that combines pristine condition with a dramatic mint error, that's like striking gold in the world of coin collecting. Now, why do collectors pay so much? The answer is simple: rarity plus demand equals value. The state quarters program created a new generation of coin collectors, and coins from the early years of the program, especially with dramatic mint errors, are some of the most prized. Every collector dreams of owning that one standout piece, the coin that makes everyone at a coin show stop and stare. And the Massachusetts quarter with the right error can be exactly that. So here comes the part you've been waiting for. Are you ready? A Massachusetts state quarter from the year 2000, with a rare error and in flawless condition, has been valued at an incredible $81,000. Yes, $81,000 for a single quarter that you might have once overlooked in your pocket change. It's proof that even the smallest coins can carry the biggest surprises to the next time you're digging through your coin jar, your wallet, or that old box of change in the attic. Take a closer look at your Massachusetts quarters. Who knows? You could be holding one of the most valuable coins of the modern era. Top 3, we're going on a journey through music, history, and treasure, all packed into one of the most fascinating coins from the United States State Quarters program. Our spotlight is on the Louisiana quarter, released in 2002. At first glance, you might see just another piece of pocket change. But once you know the story and the secrets behind this coin, you'll never look at it the same way again. The State Quarters program was launched to honor each of the 50 states with its own unique design. When Louisiana got its turn in 2002, the result was a coin that celebrated the state's rich culture and vibrant past. On the reverse side, you'll see an outline of the Louisiana Purchase, the deal that doubled the size of the United States in 1803. Inside that outline is a trumpet with notes flowing out of it, a nod to the birthplace of jazz, New Orleans. And just beside it, a brown pelican, the official state bird, representing resilience and beauty. Few state quarters capture history, music, and nature all at once as perfectly as this Louisiana design does. But beyond its beauty, the Louisiana quarter has another layer of fascination: its rarity and the valuable errors that make collectors chase after it. Millions were minted, yes, but when you're dealing with coins, not every piece comes out the same. Some were struck off-center, with part of the design missing. Others showed doubled lettering, where words appear shadowed or duplicated. There are even coins where the metal planchet wasn't prepared correctly, giving the quarter a strange texture or incomplete image. These minting errors are like fingerprints, each one unique. And collectors love that uniqueness. To them, an error isn't a mistake at all. It's a rare piece of history created by accident, something that makes their collection stand out. The rarer the error, the higher the demand, and the higher the price climbs. Condition is another key factor. Think about it. Most Louisiana quarters have been spent thousands of times since 2002, rattling around in change jars, vending machines, and cash registers. Scratches, dings, and where are the norm? That's why a Louisiana quarter that somehow survived in flawless, uncirculated condition is already a treasure on its own. Combine that with a dramatic mint error, and you suddenly have a coin that collectors are willing to pay small fortunes for. What makes the Louisiana quarter even more exciting is that it tells a story of culture and identity. It's not just metal. It's a reminder of jazz echoing through New Orleans streets, of pelicans soaring over the Gulf, of a deal that forever changed the shape of America. Owning a rare Louisiana quarter is like holding a piece of that story in your hand. That emotional connection adds to the thrill for collectors, and it's why these coins command so much attention. Now, here comes the part you've been waiting for. Believe it or not, a Louisiana state quarter from 2002, found in pristine uncirculated condition with a rare mint error, has been valued at an astonishing $79,000. Yes, $79,000 for a single quarter that most people would never think twice about. It's a powerful reminder that treasures are often hiding in plain sight, waiting for the careful eye of a collector to bring them to light. So next time you come across a Louisiana quarter, don't just toss it aside. Take a closer look. You might just be holding a piece of history worth more than you ever imagined. Top for we're about to uncover one of the most fascinating and talked about coins in the entire state quarters program. It's a coin that looks perfectly ordinary to the untrained eye, yet for collectors, it's a piece of pure excitement. We're talking about the Wisconsin quarter, released in 2004, a coin with a twist that has made it one of the most valuable modern quarters ever discovered. Let's start with the design itself. When Wisconsin's turn came in the state quarters program, the design celebrated the state's proud agricultural heritage. On the reverse side of the coin, you'll see three symbols of Wisconsin: a head of a cow, a round wheel of cheese, and a large ear of corn. Together, they tell the story of a state known for its dairy farms, its fields, and of course, its world-famous cheese. It's simple, charming, and instantly recognizable. But here's where the story gets really interesting. Not every Wisconsin quarter came out of the mint looking exactly the same. Somewhere along the way, a few very special coins were struck with what collectors now call the extra leaf error. On the ear of corn, right near the bottom, there appeared to be an additional leaf. In some coins, this extra leaf slanted upwards, while in others it slanted downwards. Nobody knows for sure whether this was a deliberate design change or just a mistake in the die. But what we do know is that it created one of the most exciting modern coin varieties in the United States. Think about it. Millions of Wisconsin quarters were produced and spent across the country. But only a small fraction carried that mysterious extra leaf. That's what makes them so rare and so desirable. Collectors absolutely love these error coins because they stand out from the ordinary and they tell a story of a minting mystery that may never be fully explained. Now, rarity alone doesn't guarantee value. Condition is everything. Most quarters have lived a hard life, passed around in daily circulation, scraped against keys and pockets, or left rattling in drawers. But when you find a Wisconsin extra leaf quarter that's been preserved in mint condition, it becomes a prize worth fighting over. Coin collectors and dealers are willing to pay extraordinary sums for one of these elusive treasures, especially when the details of that extra leaf are sharp and clear. And it doesn't stop there. Beyond the famous extra leaf varieties, other errors from misaligned strikes to off-center designs can add to the appeal. Each unique error turns the coin into a one-of-a-kind collectible, pushing its desirability and value even higher. For collectors, owning one of these coins is more than just an investment. It's holding a piece of American coin history, a reminder of how, even in modern times, the mint can produce surprises that spark excitement across the numismatic world. The Wisconsin quarter has become a legend in the hobby, proving that valuable coins aren't just relics of centuries past. They can come straight from your own pocket change. And now for the moment you've been waiting for. A Wisconsin state quarter from 2004, featuring the rare extra leaf error and preserved in stunning condition, has been valued at an astonishing $77,000. Yes, $77,000 for a single quarter that most people would never think twice about spending. It's proof that treasure really can be hiding in plain sight. So the next time you find a Wisconsin quarter, don't just flip it into a vending machine. Take a closer look at that ear of corn. You might just discover an extra leaf that could change your life. Top 5, we're exploring one of the most fascinating and unique quarters ever released by the United States Mint. It's not just a coin. It's a piece of island history, culture, and mystery. I'm talking about the Guam quarter, issued in 2009, a coin that has become an incredible favorite among collectors and, in rare cases, a coin worth far more than its face value. Now, let's talk about why this coin is so special. The Guam quarter was part of the District of Columbia and U.S. Territories program, which followed the wildly popular 50-state quarters program. Instead of representing a state, this coin honors the unincorporated territory of Guam, an island in the Western Pacific with a deep and fascinating history. On the reverse design of this quarter, you'll see something truly unique. An outline of the island itself, the inscription Guahan, which is the native name for Guam, and images of the flying prow, a traditional Chamorro canoe, along with the latte stone, an ancient pillar that represents strength and endurance. Together, these symbols honor the culture, resilience, and traditions of the Chamorro people, making the Guam quarter not just money, but a miniature tribute to heritage. But as every coin lover knows, beauty is only part of the story. What turns an ordinary 25-cent piece into a prized collectible is rarity, and that's where the Guam quarter gets exciting. Although millions of Guam quarters were struck, a small number of them came out of the mint with unusual errors. Some show dramatic off-center strikes where parts of the design are missing. Others have doubled lettering, where the words seem to have a shadow effect. And in very rare cases, planchet errors occurred, where the blank piece of metal wasn't prepared properly before striking. These mint errors are what collectors dream about. Each one is unique. Each one tells its own story, and each one can multiply the value of the coin beyond imagination. And let's not forget about condition. Since the Guam quarter entered circulation in 2009, most have been through pockets, wallets, and coin jars, collecting scratches and wear along the way. But if you happen to find a Guam quarter in pristine, uncirculated condition, shiny, flawless, and untouched, it becomes a treasure in itself. Combine that flawless condition with a dramatic mint error, and suddenly, you're holding a coin that collectors will fight to own. Part of the magic of this coin is that it's still relatively modern. Unlike coins from the 1800s or early 1900s, the Guam quarter is something that could easily still be hiding in everyday change. That's what makes it so exciting. You don't need to be an expert to stumble upon one. All it takes is a careful eye and a little bit of luck, and you could uncover something extraordinary in your own pocket. Collectors are passionate about coins like this not just because of their value, but because they represent history and identity. The Guam quarter tells the story of an island community, its traditions, and its resilience, all while reminding us that treasures aren't only found in ancient times. They can appear right here in modern America's change, and now, for the moment you've been waiting for. A Guam State quarter from 2009, discovered with a rare mint error and in flawless, uncirculated condition, has been valued at an astonishing $75,000. Yes, $75,000 for a single quarter that most people would never notice in their change. That's the thrill of coin collecting. Ordinary coins transforming into extraordinary treasures. The next time you come across a Guam quarter, don't just pass it along. Take a closer look. You might just be holding one of the most valuable modern coins ever made. That if you enjoyed this journey into the story and secrets of the Guam quarter, make sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell so you never miss another adventure into the world of coins worth money. Until next time, happy collecting, and may your next coin discovery be the jackpot you've been waiting for.